everything will be okay.
Everything would be okay. We just got back from watching Captain Phillips, and so excited because it was so good, just like I thought it would be. So
surprise, surprise.
This girl didn't even want to watch it. I had to like drag her, and she ends up loving it, obviously, because it was so good.
It was really good.
This film is directed by Paul Greengrass, and it is the true story of an American ship that is hijacked by Somalian pirates.
I just thought that it was going to be a story where, I don't know, it'd be so slow and you'd be sitting in your seat uncomfortably the entire time, and then something good would happen, and then that'd be the end, and it'd be packaged. Like, a lot of those things happen like that. I thought we would just be sitting there like, okay, it's been 2 hours, what's happening?
No, this film is like high tension for basically the whole 2 hours and 15 minutes.
But you'd think that it would be a slow movie because it's like in this one environment.
Yeah, it's like very confined.
Confined environment. It was kind of like, this is a bit of a stretch, but it's kind of like that Ryan Reynolds movie.
Buried.
Buried.
Oh my god, I actually thought of that movie too while I was watching this. Mostly because they're like, 1 million money in that movie. And here the pirates are like, $10 million.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually was thinking of Buried. That's so funny as I watched the movie.
Because it's like a small confined environment, and then it's just so high tense.
I really like Buried too. That's actually I like movies like that. I like that kind of film where it's like high tension and it's like, are they gonna get out?
Yeah, exactly. All at risk.
Thriller.
You would think that these pirates would be the bad guy, and then you just want them killed and whatnot, but like, we both agreed that, like, we kind of, like, no, we don't...
There's humanity
there's so much humanity in, like, in these characters.
And you feel bad for them.
They're just, like, there's so much, like, depth in these characters. It is so
good.
They
really develop the characters of the Somalian pirates, which is so nice to see. Usually it's, like, these typical, like... No, there's, like, they're not people. It's, like, they're just these evil things.
Exactly. And I thought that was going to be like that. I was like, oh, they're going to, like, make these people, like... these bad guys, and then, you know, obviously that the Americans will win, and just be an American movie. That's what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
No, it's so well-rounded, and, like, just, everyone has a character. You feel for everyone in this movie. Mm-hmm. Tom Hanks is amazing in this movie.
Crap. Finally, jeez.
He's been turning out some less subpar kind of films lately, but finally... he's back with a great leading performance as Captain Phillips.
I know. I was like, I was kind of losing faith in, like, his acting abilities, because, like, I don't even remember the last time I saw a movie I was like, wow, Tom Hanks. Maybe Forrest Gump, and I wasn't even like...
The Terminal? He's all like, I'm foreign.
I haven't even seen that. I know what movie you're talking about. Like, I haven't seen it
a lot, actually.
But that's an older movie too. Mm-hmm. So like, I was just really not really looking forward to it, but it was so good, and I was just
so good in
the first half. It's like, okay, you know, he plays a character that you think that anyone could play, and then like towards the end, you're like, blown away, bring on the Academy Award. Seriously.
Yeah, so good. Oh my god, so good. Just so completely, like, invested in this movie from beginning to end. And
it didn't even feel like a movie. I felt like we were watching something that actually happened, and it has happened, but, like, it feels like we're, like...
You feel like you're there. Like, everything's so realistic, and just all the smart little things they do to, like, throw them off and everything. It's like...
we did laugh at some inappropriate parts.
Oh, yeah. We did.
He was like, when he was like...
oh my god, there was one part I laughed hard, and the woman in front of me turned around and was like...
Really? Which part?
It's a total spoiler.
Oh, okay, tell me later. Whenever I was laughing at a dark thing that, like, wasn't supposed to be funny, I was, like, kind of, like, thinking in my head of an argument in case someone was like, why are you laughing? I'm just like, I'm not laughing because I'm enjoying it. I'm laughing because I just, like, the situation is, like, I'm just trying to make, I don't know.
Yeah, it's almost like
I was trying
it's
to, like,
so uncomfortable that you laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
What else do you, like, how else do you react?
Because there was a lot of, like, I guess there's a lot of blood, and it wasn't a lot of gore, but, like, it was just, like, a lot of, like,
blood.
Ooh. Like,
that you kind of almost, like...
Because in certain movies, and they're, like, horror movies, I can totally, like, laugh at the gore because it doesn't look real to me.
Yeah.
But in this movie, it totally looks real because these are things that, like, actually happen, and these are, like, human emotions, and it's just, like, you're just wincing the entire time, and
Oh, it's like this. Like, I was literally, like, watching
Yeah,
the movie.
you were, like...
I was like...
The entire time. And,
I'm like, no.
And my way of, like, relieving that kind of, like, anxiety of, like, seeing all that blood is laughing. Which...
That's fine. I laugh at the most inappropriate things all the time.
He stepped on glass and was bleeding everywhere, and I was like, oh my god! Like, a psychotic person, like, I love it. Like...
So funny.
I'm sure some people were annoyed with us. I'm sure people were like on the way home.
I know.
Like,
People were probably like, those girls are laughing.
We're psychotic bitches. Like, sorry. It was like, those two girls are laughing. Ugh, I can't believe these young children
think this movie's funny.
They think that this was
No,
funny.
we totally laughed at, like, some of the line deliveries and stuff, too, though. Like,
it's just, like, the way it was delivered. We weren't laughing
I'm the
at
captain
situation.
now. I'm the captain now.
Irish. Everything will be okay. I sound like I'm speaking not even...
I don't know what that language would be.
Like Ukrainian. Everything will be okay. That's like my foreign
European. That's just Somalian. Oh my god.
Dude.
Score was also really good.
Yeah,
I love the score.
that's
I was like,
what I was thinking.
Intense. I love it.
I was
Builds
like,
the mood.
This like composer was really on it.
I don't know. I loved it like from beginning to end.
Would you see it again?
So good. I would see it again. Yeah.
I would see it again too. Yeah.
Maybe not like soon, but. It's something I feel like it would create the same tension. And, you know,
Yeah.
I kind of knew how it ended even before I watched it. And, like, I forgot that I knew how it ended.
I didn't even really know how it. I was like, is this gonna be a good ending? Is this gonna be like a happy ending?
I already heard like
I didn't. I was
on the radio they were talking about the movie and they basically like said the ending and I was like, well then like
they shouldn't even.
I mean, it's a true story, so I guess people know, but like I wouldn't have known if I hadn't.
I hate that.
No, but that's the thing. This movie didn't ruin the suspense because even though I knew how it ended, I actually until it was like nearing the end, I forgot that I knew and I was like, what? I was so into the movie that like the spoiler didn't even matter.
Yeah.
So that's, like, obviously amazing. That's something to be credited for the movie. Like, you were just so into it, no matter, like, a true story or not, no matter whether you know what happens. All the acting was really good. Like, not just Tom Hanks, but everyone else who was all...
Yeah.
Basically all unknowns. I don't think I recognized anyone in that movie.
There was, like, a few, like, that were, like... I recognize from other movies, but they're not important at all. But, sorry.
They're not important at all.
Well, like, no, it was, like, some of, like, the cast, the crew members on the ship that were only in the beginning.
It was just so realistic. Like, I know it's based on a true story, but, like, they just did so much, like, justice to this true story.
And they did not feel like actors. I remember thinking, like, wow, these are actors. These are not Navy people. Like, like, they seemed like they just picked out, okay.
Even, like, all the smallest roles.
Even the smallest roles. Even, like, the pirates. Like,
the pirates are so good.
Where do they come from?
They've never acted before.
Oh, I totally believe that.
They're from, like, Minnesota.
No way!
Or somewhere,
they're
like...
from Minnesota?
They're from, like, somewhere in the States. It's something with an M, I forget.
So they're, like, actual full Americans.
Yeah, they're, like, American, but they're Somalian. They are Somalian, but, like, they're American. Such a good movie. Anyways, let's get to our ratings. I give Captain Phillips an A+.
I do too.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies this year. For sure, it's going to be on my top 10 list.
I don't know if it's my favorite movie.
Not my favorite. It's, like, in my top 10.
It's something I totally enjoyed, and I think a lot of people would enjoy.
Yeah, I can't imagine not being entertained by this movie. Like, it's so enthralling. It's so entertaining.
I think some people who just don't like that kind of intensity, because I think there were some scenes that were just like, ooh, but, like, I feel like some people might... Ooh. I just think that, like, it's not a movie for everybody, but I think a lot of people would appreciate it, for sure.
Yeah. Great filmmaking. Great film. Love it.
Yeah, it was really well done.
Yeah. Okay.
There's nothing... I don't really have any, like,
no complaints. I have no criticisms either.
Not really.
Yeah.
Maybe because, like, I think maybe the only thing is... I mean, it wasn't long, but there's a lot of back and forth. Like, okay, they're gonna try again. And then they failed. Okay, let's try again.
But, like, it kept, that just shows, like, how long this, like, journey was. Go see Captain Phillips this weekend, or, like, see it in theaters. It's so good. And thank you so much, Jackie. This is my friend Jackie. You've probably seen her if you're watching my reviews. She's pretty frequent here. Thank you for thank you for joining me in my review. I'm Adriana. The vlog is fresh from the theater, and if you like what you see, please subscribe.